Foundation is where I get a little excessive. Who's surprised? Alright, so I just got back from Sasquatch Music Festival last night. I'm about 1,000% dead right now. Don't ask me why I'm drinking tea instead of coffee. Definitely not helping the situation. So as I started to unpack my suitcase last night, I figured I would do a what's in my travel makeup bag since I don't think I've ever done that, maybe like 5 years ago. I like watching these videos because not only is it interesting to me to see what other people pack, it's kind of like when you look at the person behind you in line at the grocery store to see what they're buying. But also a lot of these products are kind of my everyday go-to makeup, or at least the things I've been reaching for recently. So I've been gone the entire month of May. I think I've been in Seattle for about 3 nights, maybe 4 nights. I was out of the country for a couple weeks. I have a vlog on my China trip. I'm also gonna be having the Taiwan vlog coming. I'm still editing it. And then I was in Portland with Mallory, and then just this past weekend I was in Sasquatch. So for this whole month, I've been basically living out of this one bag. I'm not totally sure if you can buy this makeup bag. They sent this in PR a couple years ago, and I just realized it still has the plastic thing on here. If I'm not using this bag, I'm using the bag that I posted on Instagram, I think a couple times. I've definitely shown it on Snapchat. I have like a hanging hair over here. Okay. I've definitely shown it on Snapchat, but I just got it at Walgreens, and it's just like a clear zip up bag that's really great for holding makeup because you can see everything. That's what I brought on the New York trip last year. I think I showed that in the vlog. But what I look for in travel bags is basically ones that are more compact, so you can just lay it on top of everything in your suitcase and it's not going to take up a whole lot of room. So even though this one is obviously pretty large, I like that it's more narrow, it zips up, and this bag isn't just makeup, it also holds my toiletries too, so I just have everything in one place. So let's get into this. I have not organized this, cleaned this, anything. This is after a month of traveling, so it's gonna be a little messy. We're just gonna have to live with it. So when you open this up, it has this section right here, which is clear. This is where I keep all of my toiletry things. I'm not gonna be going through here because it's just face wash, toothpaste, razors, hair stuff. This side is where magic happens. This is where all of my makeup is kept. So in my makeup bags, I actually prefer not a lot of zippers and sections and things to stick places. I just like it all in one place so I can kind of see everything and dig through it. So that's exactly what this makeup bag is. As you can see, it's kind of a shit show. That's just what I like to work with. Usually when I get somewhere, I'll put all of my makeup brushes outside, either on the counter or in like a cup or something, and have kind of my foundations laid out on the counter or something. But for the most part, I just like to keep everything in here. So I'm just gonna dig in. I actually think we're gonna do brushes first. Brushes, I just try and go as minimal as possible. I just have one brush for one thing. These are kind of my necessary brushes. So for foundation, I brought my e.l.f. brush. It's technically not a foundation brush, but I love it for foundation. It works awesome. It'll be linked down below, along with everything else I'm talking about. And then my other tool for applying foundation I brought was this Morphe sponge, which I feel like I've raved about in the past few videos. I love this. My Morphe G38 for concealer, Holy Grail brush, and then an e.l.f. brush to set my under eye powder. To powder my under eyes. There we go. Actually, I have 2 contour brushes in here. I threw this one in here for Sasquatch because it's really compact and tiny anyways. I tested this in the Amazon makeup video I just did, and I used it today. All of the makeup on my face right now is all in this bag, just so you guys can see what it looks like. Wet n Wild contour brush, just if this one didn't totally blend it. Morphe Y5 is what I use for blush. I don't know if it's for less or for less. For less, CB4 is my all over powder brush lately. Highlight, Sigma F03. And I actually only bring 3 eyeshadow brushes. I feel like you can pretty much create any look with these 3 brushes. First is the Morphe E27. This is just a basic blending brush. Second is the Morphe R39. This is like a crease kind of brush. And then Sedona Lace 904. I love this for blending out my lower lash line. I bring a Bath & Body Works candle lid to mix my foundation on. You can just wipe it clean with a makeup remover wipe afterwards. So foundation is where I get a little excessive. Who's surprised? Keep in mind, when I was traveling in China, I was testing out a bunch of the white foundation mixers. So if I was just traveling on my own and I didn't do YouTube and I wasn't trying out a bunch of products, I would just bring like 1 or 2 foundations and probably a lot less makeup. Since I'm constantly testing out different products, this is a lot of makeup to bring on a trip, I'm aware. With that being said, I have different foundations in here for different purposes. I have a few mixers in here since I'm still trying those out. And the white mixer video, by the way, is coming next week, I believe on Wednesday. So this past weekend in Sasquatch, my most reached for combo was the CoverGirl Vitalist Foundation in 710. They actually do have a 705 shade. I haven't been able to find it yet. But I mixed this with the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra 24-hour makeup in 090. This This combo was amazing. It gave me full coverage, beautiful finish. I don't like the Lancome one on its own. It's way too matte and gives me like weird texture, but mixed with this, it was a beautiful combination. It lasted amazing in the heat. It was like 90 degrees, super hot, super sweaty. We were outside in the sun like all day, and this combo worked really well for me there. I also brought the Laura Geller Cover Lock foundation just because this one is totally foolproof for me. The only thing with this is that it's not long lasting, so I mostly would use this one if I just am going out like at night, but this one I like mixing to add coverage and just smoothness. I love this foundation. And then this one is another mixing one for me that I always bring when I'm traveling. This is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream in 510. Don't like this on its own, not enough coverage for me and it's way too dark, but for mixing, this thing keeps you so freaking matte and it just has a beautiful finish. If you get really oily, especially in the heat, this is awesome to mix in with different products. Oh, primer, I brought my why can I say this? Hylamide. There we go. I've been saying Hymalide. It's definitely Hylamide. 12-hour visible oil blocker primer. This is by DCM, I believe is how you say their name. They're the same brand that makes the Ordinary foundation, which I ordered 3 weeks ago. Got so many requests from you guys to do that in a Foundation Friday video. I've ordered that weeks ago. I had to email their customer service and basically they're back ordered and like out of stock until June. So as soon as I get that foundation, I'll be reviewing it, but it's probably gonna be a while. But this I freaking love. I actually feel like this helps control my oil throughout the day. If you have oily skin, try this thing out. I brought 2 concealers, which actually no, I brought 3. I brought 3 concealers, which is definitely excessive, but I have different uses for each one. So Tarte Shape Tape, never does me wrong, had to bring this. I also brought the BH Studio Pro Concealer. This is the new Total Coverage Concealer. I brought this because I just recently discovered this and I've been really liking it, but if it didn't work out for whatever reason, I wanted to back up, which is why I brought Tarte Shape Tape. But this is awesome. It's super affordable, great coverage, moisturizing until it sets, then it gives you that kind of effect that Tarte Shape Tape does. And then this thing is like my holy grail product now when I'm not wearing makeup. I would say for probably about 15 days, half this month, I didn't wear any makeup. Between my microbladed brows and the lash extensions, I just wasn't really feeling makeup. I just wanted to get out and go live and not spend an hour doing makeup every morning when I was traveling. So it's just been really nice to be able to use this. Just on my acne, it's the same exact color as my skin tone for me, so it just blends really well. But all I do is spot conceal with this and then blend it out with the Morphe G38 brush. And it just makes my acne and my skin covered enough to go outside, but I don't have to wear any foundation, and it's just nice to be able to touch my face and be in the sun and be sweating and not worrying about like foundation sliding all over the place. Brought a few mixers in here since, like I said, I've been testing them out. NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white, the Body Shop Lightning Drops, and then my Manic Panic Dream Tone. Oh, found another brush and another concealer. This is what I use to carve out my brows. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination in the shade Light. I hate this for underneath my eyes. It is so freaking thick, but because it's super thick and full coverage, it works awesome for carving out your eyebrows. I just use this concealer brush kind of thing to carve it out. Brow products I've been using every day for the past few months, I feel like, has been the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 4 with Benefit Gimme Brow. I either use this or the Ulta Brow Gel in dark, or it might be deep, the darkest shade. So eyeshadow, I feel, is where I do a pretty good job of not taking too much shit. I went to Sasquatch with Soap and Glory, so I wanted to have like my full-on eyeshadow and be able to do a full face of makeup and stuff, but if I wasn't, I would have literally just used my bronzer or contour shade as eyeshadow. But because I was doing makeup and we were doing some filming and stuff there, I just brought 2 eyeshadow palettes. These are the Little palettes by Morphe. I don't think they make these anymore, which I'm really bummed about because these things freaking rock. Not only are they great for traveling because they're the perfect size and they're super compact, the shadows in here are awesome. I just bring these 2 because you have pretty much all of the warm tone shades you need in there. And then this palette, you get all your cool toned smoky shades. This is Mama Drama and this is Copper Popper. I really hope you bring these back, Morphe. That would be great. I think those are the only eyeshadows I brought. I brought this, the Stila Liquid Glitter. This is the Magnificent Metals in Diamond Dust. This thing is so versatile. It changes color to whatever eyeshadow you have underneath it. So I just feel like this is perfect for traveling if you want a little pop, if you're going to be going out, you want some glitter. Doesn't have fallout if you use it as your last step. Don't be blending eyeshadows after this. Use this as your last step and it'll stay on, has super minimal fallout for glitter. I brought 2 contour / bronzer shades just because they're both tiny. I don't know. Probably didn't need this one, but whatever. So this one's what I'm wearing right now on my cheeks. This is the Freedom Pro Contour Kit in the shade Medium, the shade I love. And then I also really love this Sigma. This is technically a blush. It works awesome as like a bronzer contour if you have more fair skin. This is the Mellow Powder Blush. Love using this on my cheeks and also in my crease. It's what I have on right now in my crease. For highlight, I brought the JCat You Glow Girl in Bella Rose. You guys know I'm obsessed with this thing. Not only is this a stunning highlight if you really want that pop, but it's awesome for your inner corner as well. When I'm traveling, I always try and bring things that can be multi-purpose, just so you have to pack less products. And this one you can use as eyeshadow. I have it on my inner corner right now. I brought my e.l.f. illuminating palette, which is what I have on right now, because I wanted something that I could wear just more natural, kind of toned down if I had a really intense eye going, or if I just wasn't feeling like the You Glow Girl kind of highlight. This shade is what I use. I've majorly hit pan on this. You could also use these shades as eyeshadow. Stargazer pressed powder, of course, to set my under eyes. And then I only brought one powder, which was the Maybelline Matte Maker powder. I really like this. I actually feel like this keeps me super matte. I think this is kind of comparable to the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This I got in London, so I'm not sure if you can get it in the US. I think I found this on eBay before. I'll link it down below if I can find it anywhere online. But I have the shade 10 Classic Ivory. It's light enough, which is rare for powder, and it has a really pretty soft matte finish. The finish of this kind of reminds me of the Maybelline Better Skin powder. As you can see, the lightest shade of the Better Skin is much darker than this one. MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot is what I use to prime my eyes. This has just always been my go-to primer, but if you want it to be good and not pack that, you could just use your concealer. Don't know why I even brought this because I can't wear mascara on my upper lashes with lash extensions, but this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's my holy grail mascara. This is what I use on my bottom lashes, Wet n Wild Mega Length. Setting sprays, these are not my favorite. I just brought them because they were the only travel-sized little spray things I had. This is the Scandinavia setting spray. This one is totally fine. Like, I like Scandinavia, it's just not my absolute favorite setting spray. And then this is the Maron Barrier Spray. Holy shitsies, this stuff is so intense. I think this is the most chemical smelling thing I've ever put on my face. You really can't breathe for a good 30 seconds after you spray this. One of you guys recommended this for oil for just like long-lasting makeup, and I do feel like it really keeps your makeup on. I would not use this on an everyday basis. You probably just want to hold off for like special events where you really need your makeup to stay on if you are not sensitive to scents. This is no joke, you guys. Almost like toxic status the way it smells. Physicians Formula Eye Booster for my liquid liner. The only blush I brought is Tarte Dollface, just because I feel like this is super versatile. It's just like a baby pink shade that goes with pretty much anything. Wearing it right now. Hair clip. Too Faced Melted Matte and Cool Girl, which is what's on my lips right now. I just love this one for traveling because you can dress it up when it says like a night lipstick, or I feel like it's not too intense for the daytime if you just want like a deeper nude. This is one of those lipsticks that looks totally different on everyone. If you have a similar skin tone to mine, it's obviously more of a deep nude, but the Too Faced Melted Matte liquid lipstick formula is one of my favorites. Another favorite liquid lipstick formula is Bhue. They're the brand that I collaborated to make 1548, but this is the shade Pretty Penny. It's just a beautiful kind of brick orangey red. I love this for summer. It looks really pretty with like a gold kind of smoky eye. The formula of these are just killer. These two are must-haves for me. This is the Sephora liquid lip in the shade 32. Oh, I definitely also brought my Wet n Wild catsuit, but I think that's in my purse. But I had the catsuit in Nudie Patootie also. Also can't go without. This is the MUA Lip Gloss in Baby Pink. Then I brought Pure Obey. I wore this in the Amazon makeup video, but this is definitely darker than the Sephora and the Wet n Wild catsuit. This is what I wear if I want something like in between and it's a little bit pinkier, peachier. Have some bobby pins straggling down here. But that is everything. My makeup bag is now unpacked. Now I just need to put this shit away. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. I upload Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Foundation Friday is every single Friday. I'm working on the Taiwan vlog. The travel vlogs take me so long to edit, like literally over 10 hours. So that's still coming. It'll probably be like a bonus video. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.